Hi everyone, this is Carrie Ann for Stampin' on the Bright Side. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And I'm having a really good day. So we are getting ready to travel, and we're going to my daughter's, and she has a black lab, that is really sweet. She's a sweet dog, but she loves that my cat is afraid of her, and my cat is not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree. So we have struggled with him being terrified of her, even though she never does anything to him. She just kind of walks in the room and he just goes ballistic, and then kind of maybe messes on the bed or something, possibly. So anyway, we bought him a big, well, actually it's not big. Well, it's medium sized, I guess, dog kennel that has a shelf. So we're gonna travel with him in there, so we can put his litter box in there. His food will fit with plenty of room in between them. There'll be a towel to keep the litter box from moving over to the other side. He'll have the shelf, and then we'll take it in the house, and he will stay in the kennel for the first couple of hours that we're there, so that he can get acclimated. And he loves it, so he's been basically living in it. It was like, thanks Mom for my new apartment. So because it's in the living room now, all set up. We tested, we opened it up to see how big it was and see if everything would fit. And he's just like, my house. I love my house, thank you. And he stays in there all the time. I think he's up here with me right now. But he's so happy. So I hope it stays that way and this works. So today's project is this really cute card that started out a little different. I'm going to share this technique is what I wanted to share, but I originally also, like on the other side of this paper is a stamped leaf pattern. I was trying to make my own background paper here too. It was going to be turned this way instead of this way. I forgot to tie the ribbon around the whole thing instead of just on this part. Like, nothing went the way I wanted it to, but look, it still came out really cute. So I just need to stop stressing about that. Every time I think something's gone wrong, it's just another way to do the card. I mean, how many times have you gone through Pinterest or you've watched YouTube videos and you've seen how somebody does a card and you think, oh, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to turn it like this, and I'm going to stamp it with these colors instead. Or I'm going to use this stamp set instead. And you use their card as inspiration, but you get something kind of totally different out of it. So sometimes that happens when you're doing your own crafting. You mess something up and you just kind of have to start going in another direction, and then the card that you get is equally as pretty as the card you started out trying to create. So let's go ahead and do that. So get my box of goodies. What do I need? I want to get all my little steps. So this is the sticky note that I used. This is a cheap, like Dollar Tree sticky note. Let me get all my colors. So we are using, I didn't put the stamp set in here. We're using Lovely You cling stamp set. We're going to use a few of them. We're going to use this flower, this little hooky doodle thing. I don't know what that is. We're using this leaf and this leaf. And we are going to stamp with Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Pretty Peacock, Magenta Madness, and Just Jade. And Magenta Madness and Just Jade are current in color. Well, actually Pretty Peacock is too. These are new in colors. We just got them in, and this one we had last year and it carried over this year. At the end of this year, this will be retired. And then these two are part of our, I don't remember which, they're both brights, I think. Yeah, they're both brights. And they are one of our regular color families that just stay until they revamp the color families, which hope they won't anytime soon. Okay, so I just realized I did not get my paper out. So you get to see me cut paper. So let me go ahead and put the stamps where I want them on the colors that I want them. And then I'll do that. Okay, I was trying to be much more organized than this. This is terrible. I'm sorry. But I think it'll be okay. Alright, almost done. Where's the other? Okay, here's the sticky notes. I feel like I've lost something. Oh, here it is. Okay. Alright, that'll be okay. Alright, now, let me get my paper out. Actually, I already cut one of those. I just need to get my Pretty Peacock. I'll have to cut it. And then I will have to measure and cut because I'm completely unprepared. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm also packing for a trip. And then we also had the NEARA is going on right now. That's one of our national teacher associations, and that's happening virtually, and the Florida caucus was this morning, so I had to do that. And something else I don't remember. Okay, so I cut, okay, I'll burnish that down in just a second. So I want to go ahead and do this. Is going to be at 5, and so this is cut, let me go ahead and let me go back. This is cut at 4.5 by 11, scored at 5.5. Okay, and I'll do the crease on that in a second. And then I'm just taking off 1/8 of an inch. So this is going to be cut at 5 3/8. Actually, I think it's already, maybe. Actually, I think it's cut less than 5 3/8. And I don't want that. I want 5 3/8. Okay. And then 4 1/8. I hope I did that right. Let's see. If not, I know where there's more paper. Nope, perfect. Yay. Okay, and then I'm going to need another piece of Whisper White. I wonder if this scrap will work. I don't think it will. It might. It will. Yay. Awesome. Okay, so I did not write down what I did here. This is, to be honest, it was a piece of scrap that I stamped this on to see if it would work, and then I cut it down and decided to just go ahead and use it. So I really just didn't measure it. I just cut it down. So it's 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. So I just need this cut at 2 3/4 of an inch, and then we will have the exact size we need. So that worked out well. Hopefully I will stamp this right very well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this down, give it time to cure. I mean, with this glue, it really doesn't need a lot of time. And I just realized I'm kind of rushing. I need to slow down. Take a breath. Just take a breath. Relax. Everything's going to work out. Everything's fine. That's my mantra I've had for the last year. I just realized that I didn't crease that down well or at all, which makes it a little harder to stick things on, but it's still okay. Okay, there we go. So one of my videos, I think I was talking about the Stampin' seal. I know I talked about it during a couple of my lives. I am doing better with it. It's the whole adjusting to don't push down very hard on it that I'm having a hard time with. I just want to, like you do a snail, you got to give it a little bit of pressure. Stampin' seal, you don't really need to give it any pressure. But I'm still going to use my liquid glue on pieces like this because there's not a lot of room for error, and I want to be able to moosh it around and get it where I want it to go. So we're just going to keep doing that. Okay, so here we're going to try to center this sticky note as well as we can. That was the biggest challenge I actually had. So let's not put down the sticky part first. Let's put down this part first. And then I think that's good. It might be a little bit over to this side. Okay, I'm trying to remember in my head how much space did I have. Too much there. Okay, I think that's good. All right, and so then the first thing I did, I stamped with Just Jade, and I just stamped a few leaves. And you're going to stamp on, see how I stamped on the sticky note and off of it. And you can use a piece of cardstock for this. I really don't recommend it, so maybe you shouldn't use a piece of cardstock for this. You want a piece of thin paper, otherwise you're going to have an edge. And it depends on if you want an edge. Are you an edgy kind of person? If not, then you probably want to go ahead and get something thin like sticky note paper and use it. And I think I just did one over here. I can't see past the ribbon. All right, so that's all for that one. And then we're just going to keep building. All right, so I used the Pretty Peacock for this other leaf. And just stamped kind of here and there. I let it like peekaboo in some areas. I did more in other areas. It doesn't really matter. It's just pretty random, really. Let me do that. It's a little bit different than what I did before, but it'll still work. Okay. It's gonna just look like a hot mess. Oh, look at that. Let me see if I can erase any of it off while it's still fresh. lighten it up a little bit. No. Well, okay. We'll just have to see if we can like be creative about the ribbon or a dimension, not a dimensional, but a embellishment. Okay, then I did the pink, which is Magenta Madness. This one I didn't stamp off every time. I didn't really worry about it too much. I stamped off some, stamped out in the open other places. No stress. Okay. And I'm only kind of halfway trying to make it look like the other one did. I'm not really concerning myself. This one I don't want to get the stem as much. So, and this is one of the older stamp pads, so the ink is not as fresh on it. So what I've been doing is, as I'm running out of ink on these pads, I'm upgrading to the new ones. And I have quite a few. I just don't believe in waste. So instead of buying a refill, and this should be Daffodil Delight, which I could have swore, you know, maybe I had it on an order and I just didn't put the order in. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I was going to order the refill and then I changed my mind and decided to go ahead and get the ink pad, but then we did another trip. We went to go see our son over in Texas a little over a week ago, and I have other things that I want to order now because we can now order, demonstrators can now order from the holiday catalog that's just been released to us, and it's going to be released to you in September, so you'll be able to order then. I don't know, just kind of going higgledy-piggledy here. Let's do one right here, and then one maybe right here. Okay, well, don't want it too busy. I think that's good. Okay, so this looks like a mess, right? It looks terrible. Too much stuff going on, but it's really not. So hang on just a second. So I'm going to pull this out. And look, pretty. It could be a little cleaner around the edge, I think. It might be the quality of the sticky note, but I think it's fine. All right, so now I'm going to stamp my sentiment from the same set, Lovely You. Love is, nope, that's not what I picked out. I thought I picked out Love What Makes Us Family. No, miles apart, but still in my heart. Okay. Oh, I might have got too much. I don't want to trust that. All right, I need paper. I need scratch paper. Yep, that was going to be terrible. Okay. I was going to be so sad that I was going to have to redo that right in front of everybody. Okay, I'm trying to move a little bit more quickly. Okay, so let's just lightly ink up and just go for it. Ready? Go. Yay. Okay, that works. I may be nervous there for a second. My eyes are going to these little spots, like this one here, and that way it'll be okay. And that's bothering me, but whatever. Just let it go. It'll be fine. It'll be cute. No stress. Okay, so now I'm going to use this ribbon. Is Flowers for Every Season combo pack. It comes with this ribbon and a spool of Baker's Twine, which is basically wrapped up with silver floss, or I don't know what it is, but anyway, it's a really, really good pack of ribbon. I love this ribbon. This ribbon is so pretty. It just makes, I don't do really good bows normally, but this ribbon, I can make a bow, I think. We'll see. We'll find out. I've always been ribbon or bow challenged, y'all. Always have, but I'm just going to try it anyway. Okay. That's not exactly what I wanted, but that's okay. I'm going to do it. We're just going to do it. Should just make a big loopy bow, and then just fix it, make it smaller after. That would be the smart thing to do instead of stressing about, oh no, it went the other way. Okay, that's okay. Okay. See, the first one came out so perfectly. I loved it. Okay, this is not good. I may have to start this over again. We'll see what happens when I do this. Okay, not so bad. Not too bad. Okay. I may have to change directions right there. Okay, that's better. And then this guy, let's open him up. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll reposition. It looks terrible, but it'll, I think I can see its potential. Just saying. Come back a little bit more. Okay. And then we will make it just a tiny bit smaller. Okay, there we go. Get my ribbon scissors. Normally I don't have this much excess. I normally am pretty good about eyeballing it and getting it the right length, but that's okay. You know, the ribbon is not very expensive, so their prices have gotten really good for how much you get, and the quality of the ribbon is excellent. Okay, so now to make sure this stays where I want it to stay, I'm going to just pop a glue dot in here using my take your pick tool. I love this thing. Okay, and then I'm going to use dimensionals, and I'm going to use a lot of dimensionals because this is just one of those ones where I'm going to use them to stabilize the ribbon over here. So I'm going to put one on each corner, and then I put one in the middle, but I also don't want it sinking in here on the ends. Oh, did you hear that thunder? So there comes the storm again, so I've got to hurry before I get kicked offline again. Goodness. Okay, so close. So, you know, in spite of how long it took me to stamp, I mean, really that's the only thing that took a while, this was a pretty quick and easy card to put together. You just have to have some inks. Okay, I'm going to use some jewels, and actually I pulled these and I wanted to use these. I used these on the original card, but I wanted to know what these look like, but I think these need to have like glue. Damn, I don't know that I want to do that. No, I don't think I do. I think I really just, you know, I just love bling. I love the rhinestones. I really just do. And I need something that's going to distract the eye from all this spillage over here. What a mess. Okay. That's all right. So we'll put a couple, I put them up here on the last one. I think I'm going to do that this one too. Okay. Yeah. Cute. Could have done a better job stamping, but I was kind of in a hurry for the video. I wanted to not go way over time. So, I mean, I still had a little hiccup on this one, but I mean, I just now noticed it actually. Look how pretty that bow is. I'm so proud of this bow. This bow may need a little bit of extra work, but you know, it's going to get mushed up in an envelope anyway, so we'll just let it go. All right, so thank you for joining me today. I had a really fun time. I had fun making this project with you today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you the next time. So thanks for dropping by. Bye.